Hi, here today with us the International Market Development Manager for EIT, Mrs. Siva. Okay, sir, first of all, thank you for coming here with Rohaka.
It's my pleasure.
And can you tell me about the EIT and what actually the specialty in EIT when it comes to others?
Lots of special things are there, right? The most special thing is EIT is the favorite of all Sri Lankans. So we have a lot of Sri Lankan students, thanks to you actually, because you people have done well. But the most important thing about EIT is we are an institute of technology owned by the government, right? The EIT is short for Eastern Institute of Technology. Our campus, therefore, is on the east coast of New Zealand in a city called Napier. Okay. In addition to that, we also have a campus in Auckland. So whether you want to study in the big city with all the benefits of that, or in a nice small place where you can relax and still get all the modern benefits and ability to work, and you see, EIT as an option. And what do we specialize in? Mostly in a range of masters and bachelor degrees. We have about 6 to 10,000 students at any point in time in EIT, mainly in the Napier campus. Most of them are domestic, but a huge number of students come from Sri Lanka, India, China, and many other parts of the world. So it's a multicultural campus. Students get the experience of studying with a lot of other students from different countries. So you know what happens when you study like that? Your whole outlook in life changes. You start thinking in more independently, more differently. You have a better understanding of what the world is. And this is what going abroad and studying means. It's not only about subjects. For example, right, we are teaching a bachelor degree in IT. But the student coming to do the computer science course is also going out with some students to visit the Marae, right? The Marae is the New Zealand temple for the Maori. So they suddenly get a totally different experience, which makes a big difference in their overall learning, right? That New Zealand experience is what EIT offers. You can see how nice the campus looks. Right? This is just the library. We have a beautiful campus in Napier. A number of degrees are offered in many different areas, a lot of some diploma programs, but our bread and butter program, our flagship courses is our masters. These masters courses are also offered in Auckland.
So, sir, when we are going through with y'all, we have understood that there are a lot of masters program with y'all, and they are with high standard. Yeah. And good college education standard are maintaining. So what can you say about the Masters of Applied Management, which is a highest trending program in your campus?
Yes, you're right, in the sense that it is the most popular program in terms of number of students and interest. But we have a few other masters which are even better. Okay. But I'll talk to you about applied management because you asked me for that.
Yeah, because that is the most...
for you, possibly. Okay. But when it comes to the applied management course, it is a 1.5 year masters. All our masters are 1.5 years. EIT is now become an independent institute. We are no more like a part of the Tipu Kenga from next year. So we are able to take more independent decisions. So the first decision is that the fees are going down. We have a $3,000 scholarship. So these are benefits that students can accrue from next year. But what do they get in the Master of Applied Management? Well, if you look at the program, it is not designed to teach you any business subject. You may have 1 or 2 subjects, but the focus of the course is to teach you to be a good leader, somebody who can be a good manager, somebody who can think strategically, somebody who can think analytically, data analytics and visualization, somebody who can think in terms of sustainability, because that is very important in New Zealand, right? Somebody who can think in terms of global business, right? So these are important subject areas to study, but it has nothing to do with any function of business. Sure. Whether you are in operations or finance or marketing, you need the skills of being a good manager who can think strategically, who can use numbers to take decisions. Yeah. perfect course for anybody who wants to be a good manager.
Yeah.
And such people are what is required in New Zealand, because they come with diverse backgrounds from Sri Lanka. Like yesterday, I was talking to a person who was a banker, another one who was a government employee with 15 years of experience. Right, each one is coming with a lot of things that they can add value to New Zealand and also learn in the process. Perfect course for them.
Yeah, that's because that's why I tell that was a trending course in Sri Lanka. That is because that goes to every pathway actually.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because we can see the lawyers who have done the same program, even some health related people or IT people.
Anybody who has work experience with more 4 or 5 in management at management level are the ideal students.
Yeah.
That does not mean freshers are not allowed. Even they can do it.
Yeah.
But the perfect person to do this is the one who with some experience, because in many ways this program is like an MBA program.
Yeah.
So it is focused on people who want to become managers, who want to gain the skills of being a manager.
Sure.
The other good important part which I would like to say here about this course, and as a matter of fact all our programs, is we don't teach the course to help you to learn a subject. We teach you the course to help you to apply the subject. The very purpose of an institute of technology is to teach you to use the knowledge in the industry. So it is not about mugging up, writing an exam and passing, which is what we all do in our part of the world, right? Even I did that in India, right? But when you come to New Zealand, as a matter of fact, in this course, you may not find a single exam. That doesn't mean happy. It means big trouble, because everyday exam, continuous assessment, right? You are doing projects, assignments. So you are under continuously looking at how you can take your subject knowledge and use it in the industry to solve a problem.
Practically.
The word is simple word is practical, but practical is, this is what happens when you say practical.
Yeah.
So you learn how to apply the subject. You learn to do. Right? When you learn to do, what do you get? You get skills. Skills equates to jobs, right? So you have more skills, more jobs, you are happy, we are happy, right? That is the advantage of applied management. And for that matter, all the other masters we offer, or even bachelor degrees.
And the other thing is, now in the Sri Lankan students who are willing to apply for the visas, as we have discussed with our meeting, there is high advantages. I mean, like high priority visas now are there. There are like high success ratio in Sri Lanka. What can you say about the student?
That's been a good trend in recent times. Sri Lankan market has become a priority market for New Zealand, because I'm not sure why, but immigration have their own reasons for taking such decisions. But one of the reasons could be that the Sri Lankan students who come to New Zealand are actually doing really well. They are contributing back to the economy by getting good jobs and working in the country. They are doing well for themselves and also well for for New Zealand, and therefore they become more valuable citizens, right? So such people is what we want. We want people to contribute to the New Zealand knowledge economy. That is why we are teaching masters and higher level courses, not theoretically but practically, so that they can work in industry and add value. And the Sri Lankan students are doing very well. When I have on record from some of our teachers that they are the best students they have ever taught.
Nice to hear that.
Best students that they have ever taught. So please send us only that kind of students.
Okay, so what can you say at the last for the students who are willing to join with Rohaka and through EIT?
Oh, wonderful. We, in addition to the applied management, what I would like to say is that EIT also offers 5 other master's degrees. We have a master's in digital business, which is going to be the future real big program. The master's in supply chain, which is very important for New Zealand as a country. The masters in health science, where a lot of students are coming. Opportunities are good for them because health is in the shortage in many areas. And our flagship program, the Masters in Information Technology. Hopefully next year, we will have 2 or 3 other new masters, which I'll tell you about next time. But when you look at the Masters in Digital Business, it is similar, or supply chain. We also have a Masters in Wine Business Management. Wine is a big industry in New Zealand, which specifically focused on industry. But all these masters prioritize managerial skills. So subjects like the leadership, innovation, thinking strategically, data analytics and visualization, thinking globally, priority. Then two or three subjects will change. In applied management, you would do marketing strategy or global HR strategy or financial strategy. In digital business, you will now learn how to use technology to improve a business process, right? So basically, you are learning digital marketing, digital entrepreneurship, right? Thinking of in terms of what are the new technologies that are coming up. What do you hear everywhere now? Everybody talking about AI. That's not only the new technology. So many others are coming. IoT, how to use IoT technology.
Clouding.
So cloud, one more major area. So we have those subjects in our Masters of IT. And what we have done is to merge that with our Master of Applied Management and offer a specialized course for people with a business background to understand how to use technology and also learn how to be a good manager in the process. It's a beautiful program, right? No, very few people have a program like that. That will be the number one program to sell and for anybody, because today, if you look at all the companies, we are digitizing. We are going for everything, we are going towards technology, right? People who know how to transfer or transform a business using technology will be in demand in the future. For that matter, you are doing this interview using technology, right?
Yeah.
So it is like that. We changed. Earlier, I would use this paper as a promotion, right?
Yeah.
Today, we have moved to other places.
Yeah.
We don't even have a prospectus because everything has become digital.
Digital,
right?
yeah.
So we need people who understand how to do that. That's a good program. Supply chain, very good for New Zealand because as a country, far away, it's one corner of the world, but GDP is very high, OECD in the top 10 at one point. Lot of business happens around the world for them. So the moment you say my market is in Sri Lanka, China, Japan, UK, USA, Australia, long supply chain. Optimizing this one, very important for New Zealand, and EIT is the place to learn that, right? That's it. Information technology, everybody knows how good it is, how important it is. It is in the shortage in New Zealand, so good opportunity. Health science, another very good program, but that's for another day. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
For everything, and always we appreciate your support, service throughout the process. And we were working so long standing right now, and thank you so much. Always gratitude.
Yes, my pleasure to be working with you. And I can tell students in Sri Lanka who are thinking about studying abroad, consider New Zealand. And when you consider New Zealand, don't forget Rohaka, because Rohaka is one of our key partners. They have done a good job over a period of time, and they also have the ability to provide you immigration advice at a future stage if required. And therefore, they are one of the people that you should come to consider your pathway for your future career. So come to Rohaka, learn how to study at EIT, use those skills to get a good job and build your career. Good luck.
Thank you.